make a motion to accept the March 25th, the minutes for the March 25th meeting.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to accept the March 25th meeting. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried.
Philip sent two KDOT agreements, well, two copies of an agreement with KDOT for the bridge improvement program project. He needs signatures on, and I've marked the page where you guys need to sign.
We all need to sign both of them?
I think so, don't you?
Yep.
Yep.
Just for the bridge project?
Yes.
What
So,
do you need a motion?
I'll make a motion to go into agreement with KDOT for the Kansas Local Bridge Improvement Program.
Second. Okay, we have a motion and a second to enter into the agreement between the KDOT and Stafford County on the bridge project. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carried.
I was waiting on the bridge is the one that we're taking out north of Cody Dick's house, and then the one that we're going over there is the Stafford.
That'd be part of it. Feels like you got a screen.
I wish we would.
Well, we can.
That would have helped.
Not everybody that has a meeting in here freaks out when these things
They
come up.
do. When the next.
Well, that was the newest thing at that time.
That's kind of cool. No court cases yet? We're on hold for 30 more days? Is that going to pass all things where it's going to be more insane? Horrible.
But this, we're doing child care,
Yep.
first appearance, just emergency stuff. We can do.
This is just essential workers paperwork, and this is from the phone call, the update. Started getting that, which is nice. So, with the governor's stay-at-home order that was issued, they started directing us to have people call, well, not call, email into this website, Kansas Essential Function Framework. And that's where we've been directing people to go. But then we started hearing from other health departments that the people that were doing that were being directed to call back to us.
Oh, really?
So there were a lot of questions about that yesterday on the update call. So that's why I brought the essential functions that was listed in the governor's order. We have been able to answer a few of the questions just based off of looking at that, but just, it was kind of nice to be able to direct them to that website to take a little bit of the phone calls in the city being off of us. And also, all of the health departments kind of were in agreement that since this was a state order, that it would be nice if the state would be the one that's deciding who was essential function, since it was supposed to be uniform across the board. So that was part of the reason that we were told to send people to that website, because it should have been a uniform response that way. So we haven't gotten too many phone calls where people being redirected back to us, but a lot of other counties have, and they're really frustrated by that. So I can understand that frustration. We still only have the one positive. I've been in contact with him every day. Yesterday, it sounded like his symptoms were on the way to being resolved. Whenever I did the investigation, I contacted the EPI hotline to get guidance on how long he needed to be in isolation for. And they told me across the board, the way it works is 7 days at home from symptom onset or 3 days symptom-free, whichever is longer. So whenever his positive result came back, he was already past the 7 days with symptoms. So we're doing the 3 days symptom-free. So I'm calling him every day, and he's monitoring his symptoms and reporting them to me, and he's letting me know what's still going on. So
He's
once-
quarantined at home.
he's isolated at home, yes, and he lives alone, so. We did get 2 faxes, one Monday and one yesterday, for people that were tested in other counties, so I contacted those people. Both are in their home quarantine, and their family is as well. So I'm checking with them daily and they're keeping track of their symptoms. They know to call their doctor if they feel like they can't manage, because they were symptomatic, both of them.
Now, who are these people? When you started out, you said people outside the county?
No, they're from our county, but they were tested outside of our
Oh.
county, so we get fax notifications,
So we have, these people are living in our county?
but they doctor elsewhere, so that's why that happened.
So we actually have 3 cases?
No, they're not positives. They were just tested and we're waiting for results.
Okay.
So
But
every-
but until they get results, they have to stay at home.
And what's the result time?
We're using reference labs, so they take varying amount of time. We
That's-
had one that
Sorry.
took 10 days to come back from LabCorp. So
3 days?
10 days for one of them, and it was negative. So it's frustrating,
Will
because
they-
the reference labs are getting swamped, and they're doing them by priority, and
Will they contact you directly, or will it go through
it
their
goes
doctor?
to the doctor's
and
office
to
and
you?
then comes to me. Whenever they go elsewhere, so.
Exactly what merits a priority. at this-
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I keep getting told whenever I call doctor's office, and I'm like, did you just forget to send it to me, or do you have it? And the one that took 10 days, the doctor's office was getting me angry.
So you think if they were positive, they'd be a faster response?
I don't know.
Mm-mm.
I would hope.
If it's negative, they kind of put it on the back.
I'm
Probably-
hoping that that's what that means, is by priority, but,
Probably if you're in the hospital, your symptoms are bad enough, you've been hospitalized. you
but
probably get-
if you're in the hospital, they're sending those to Cahill and not to a reference lab, so.
Right.
Mhm. And Cahill is getting them done faster because they're not getting as many, because they have said these are the guidelines for sending them to us. So you either have to be a healthcare worker that's symptomatic, or be in the hospital and have no other reason for your respiratory symptoms.
So the gentleman had he traveled out of state, out of country? You guys
Out of
have any
country.
idea? Out of country.
So I had to get flight information and all of that to report to KDAG so they could contact CDC.
The one in Stafford County had been out of country?
With a friend, but not from here, so.
Now, I did see where Abbott got an FDA approval on their testing, and it's a 2-minute test.
Okay.
How long will that take to get to Kansas?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's gonna probably go to the places that are,
It still should be.
harder.
Well,
We had some
it
results
should
back
go
in
to the hot
36
spots.
hours or so.
Those were prioritized, I guess.
What difference does it make if
I-
you're testing, you're testing?
I don't know. That's just what I get told, and it's completely out of my hands. I'm
Oh, I
just
know
sitting
that.
there waiting.
Did you do the press release? Okay. 30-year-old male, so not an elderly person. What, I'm just asking questions, sorry. The retirement homes? Are they on lockdown?
Yes, they have it for
Yes.
weeks.
Yes.
They're not allowing anybody in but staff, and the staff has to be monitored before they can come in. They've been doing that for probably almost 3 weeks now, and the hospital's been doing it for the same amount of time.
You talked to Dr. Farmer and Dr. Carter?
I've talked to Dr. Farmer, I've been in contact with Nikki from the hospital, the DON.
We've been meeting with nursing home directors and hospital employees, EMS, once a week, so. Trying to keep communication open and good, it seems like it's worked well.
Got to stay on top of it, 'cause otherwise.
One thing I did note on the call yesterday was the topic of self-serve drink stations in the places that are open. And the state saying they really shouldn't allow people to be doing self-serve drinks. They should be just doing bottled drinks at this point because it doesn't matter if they're getting a new cup, they're touching all of the supplies that go along with that. I haven't made phone calls because after the phone call was at 3 o'clock and then everything kind of, I got a lot of phone calls after that and I got notified of somebody that had been tested out of county that lives here, so I had to call them and so it was, I was on the phone with the person that I contacted to make sure they knew what to do with quarantine until after 5 o'clock. So I haven't made contact with places that do self-serve drinks. Didn't know if you wanted me to do that, since it was mentioned on that phone call, because it would involve all of the gas stations, if they're allowing that still. The grocery store has self-serve drinks. I mean, not just fountain drinks, it includes coffee and cappuccino. It's like all of that. It encompasses all of it.
Is that considered an essential item? Cappuccino?
But there's a lot of things that people, well, another county had some snow cone station that is built in that wanted to open, and he's like, it's not essential. Well, they got mad and they went to that KEFF and got told that it's under the Kansas Department of Agriculture that is over the restaurants and food chains. Ice is a food item. So they're technically allowed to open, even though it's a silly thing that's not essential. So they had to say that that was okay for them to open.
But it's not a self-service.
No, and it's a drive-through style thing. So, it's not a huge deal, but it was just kind of one of those things where the health department got called because they got redirected back to them. They told them you're not essential, and then they threw a fit. So.
Here's what I think on the cups. The problem is with putting the lids on.
And
Because the
straws.
lids are all stacked together, so you see this, one guy sorting through 30
And
lids and he
touching 4
throws
of them.
29 back in and puts it on his. If he just grabs the
Well, and
cup,
sometimes you grab a cup out and 2 or 3 come out, and then you take them apart and stick them back in too. So
that
it's
shouldn't happen
a,
either.
I
yeah.
you
was
just
worried
grab
about
it.
that before the virus.
Exactly.
I'm like, before the virus.
I just am one of those people that just goes and gets a bottle out of the cooler.
Yeah.
I don't do this fountain drink thing, but
You certainly don't want to grab more than
Well,
one.
another thing is free refills, so they go
Yes.
back and refill,
exactly.
refill.
But don't you feel better taking your own cup back in
Well,
there?
and help
The
me
grocery
out.
stores
I
already stopped
heard,
bringing their own
like,
cup
the
in
virus
to
can
refill.
survive on paper
They-
and cardboard
they've
for a
stopped
few
that.
hours.
Last
I have seen
Can be
it,
a couple of days.
I've seen it in different.
They don't like on the
ways
coffee.
For different
We gotta
time
push some
frames, so
little
I
data
don't
in.
know what is correct and what is
40,
not.
50 people a day.
But not-
shut down unless
Is
there's
there
little
no
button
much
on there.
Fox or
Yeah.
CNN or
Yes.
CBS?
And what website?
I touch it with
I
my
mean,
wrist.
every one of them
I
has
put
a
my
different
finger
thing
on
on
it.
it,
I
so
always
I
have.
don't know what is accurate.
So I'm just gonna assume it can stay there a while.
I think that's the best way to think of it, because that's the best way to protect yourself.
I did think about throwing the lids and straws away. If you just go in there, grab one cup, fill it up, and take it yourself, there's no issue. But it just drives me nuts to see them guys sorting through the lids back there. I'm going, don't put a lid on it.
Well, but how many people have handled your bottle of water or your Coke
That's
before
true.
it ever gets to the food shop?
But it's the same with the grocery store items too.
Exactly, exactly,
I mean, we can just pick it to death, really.
Yeah.
you can,
Well,
Just do the
take
best
it
you can.
a step
that's all you
further.
can.
I hate to get changed back,
Yeah.
because 2 or 3 people ahead of me, you know, so.
Try to make it come out close and just say, keep the change. That's what I do, is keep the change.
So we've had one test positive and we're waiting on 2 tests now.
Yes.
So how many people have totally been tested in Stafford County, do you know?
Whenever I looked yesterday, it was 10.
And we're waiting for the results on 2.
And as of now, we only have 4 in quarantine at home. The others completed theirs and were symptom-free, so they were allowed to be released.
So the 2.
Or had been tested and had a negative result and had no symptoms, so they were released as well.
Okay, so the one guy that tested positive's under quarantine, the 2 that just got tested are under quarantine. Then
And
we
there's
have-
one left that had traveled that gets finished this Friday, as long as they're symptom-free as well.
Okay.
Is he itching to want to go back to work, or is he?
He's been completely helpful and honest and fine every time I've called in. He's put up no fight with any questions that I asked. He even said, if you think of something else, call back and I'll help you with it. I mean, I had to call him back to get the flight information, and he had all of it right there and had no problem with giving it to me, and had no problem with telling me who he'd been in contact with.
So it definitely wasn't community spread.
No.
On your document here, which you handed out indicated, violation would be a Class A misdemeanor.
Yeah, that's what they said on the call from KDHE yesterday.
I don't know that I have seen tickets for it. I've heard different people tell me different things. They say, my employer gave me a letter that says I can travel. Well, to my knowledge, there is no official document that says you can travel or not travel.
No, we got an
But I-
insane amount of phone calls. Can I get a permission slip? It's like, we are not a principal's office.
But even if you, I think it's a law enforcement discretion, if you happen to pull somebody over, and why are you out driving, I think
You
it's.
gotta have a reason for pulling them over, right, so far, right now, I mean, there's not a ban on travel.
No.
Right, so,
If they do a total shutdown, like some of the places want to, then, I mean, maybe it'll be a different story. Yeah.
so as of right now, I've not seen any tickets
No.
come through my office about it, so.
No.
This will be a question for Rob. So if somebody's driver's license expires, well, they can't get to the courthouse.
There's a,
The
60
60 days.
yeah, there's 60 extension, for tags.
For tags, and
Tags.
driver's
For
license.
tags and license plate.
Expired.
Mine will in April, so, yeah.
You got 60 days. grace.
Again, I think it's officer's discretion, and like I said, if that ticket does get to my desk, I'll certainly look at it and say, maybe, if they get their license reinstated, their tag reinstated.
Well, right now, they're not stopping for little things. I mean, they have to really earn a stop.
And I
And I mean, that's what we're.
I don't have my
doing,
people
that
out stop,
call our
you
office.
know, running normal,
One way to
running
stop.
running
We'll
normal
notice
traffic.
something
Well,
They've got to
that-
be on a really higher threshold
enforcement
before we're
knows
actually
about
doing stops.
the
We're slowing them down
six
with lights and
Yes.
so on, and things like that. But as far as actual stop and talking to, we're not doing
Unless
as
you're-
much unless they really earn the, our time,
Yeah,
I guess.
I think insurance companies are still working, so you can still get a valid insurance.
yes.
Mhm.
They're still considered essential, so yes, you can still call your insurance and update your insurance. So there's no reason for not having that.
Because my guess is probably, most likely it'd be some sort of an accident, collision or, before you're
Mhm.
really.
We have to know.
All your help back.
Kaylee's made it through her.
She was tested and was negative.
Done a good job, Shannon.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's been chaotic.
Is it true that on a test swab that, I mean, you can have the coronavirus, I heard it almost has to just be oozing out of your nose before it ever show up positive. Have you heard that one?
No, I've never heard that.
That's what, they're saying nationally now, that you have to have a certain number of the virus in you before that swab would ever catch it. You can be carrying a few, but it's gotta be, you gotta have a problem in your nose before it'd ever catch it.
I think there's just so much, I mean, I heard about maybe a blood test they can do. It doesn't tell you if you have it, but it will tell you if you've had it.
Yeah, it's an
And
antibody
if,
test.
if you have had it, then you're somewhat immune to it.
Yes.
And you could go back to work.
There's an
That's
antibody test. I mean, you can do that with anything. Like, that's what they do with mono too, to find out if you had it. Or they can do one to see if you have it or if you had it. So yeah, they can do an antibody screen after the fact and find out if you had it. And if you got antibodies built up to it.
But then I hear stuff that it may come back again. in the
Yeah, you
fall.
can do it for any vaccinated illness
Again, it
too.
just depends on what day and what channel you're watching or what website you look at. It changes all the time. Just as soon as you think you know something, they turn around and they get,
How many do you think had it that never knew it a month ago?
yes.
Are we, you think, Shannon, on the starting of the increase, because it's picking up, it seems like in Barton County, now it's picking up in Pratt County also, it seems like, we
Yes.
haven't even peaked yet.
No,
is it?
I don't
So
think that
it's
we have.
actually,
I think we will see more.
see more of, it since it's
Especially
more
because
surrounding
people
us
still
now.
have not grasped the fact that staying at home is the best thing to stop the spread. Everybody's still in that, oh, it's fine, it's no big deal, and going wherever they normally go, and that's gonna be what's gonna bring more here, I think,
Is
honestly.
there positive for Pratt too, or?
Yes, yes.
Community college.
Oh, so that worker.
There's another one.
This
since
is
then.
another one.
Surely the college is closed now.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
closed
yeah.
down, but
Yes.
In Barton County.
But there are teachers that teach there from out of county. So the
On the
first
campus.
one that was positive, that was worked with the college, was not from Pratt.
she tested positive in Pratt and Winfield. And then, but now they have another one, they're in the
Yes.
same dorm area, or same
Building,
building, and is now tested positive, and,
yeah,
but she is from Pratt,
yeah.
so.
I mean, I think a lot of people still haven't understood what is really a necessity to get out of the house for yet.
Yeah, some do and some don't.
Yeah. And there's only so much that you can do. I mean, it's been told to everybody, and everybody kind of interprets things their own way, so you kind of can do what you can do.
Well, when you're out of school, if you got it, they'll get some more.
Well, yeah,
If you don't know about it, you've been living under a rock.
exactly.
My wife said, somebody don't know about it. And I said, where have they been? If they don't know about it, where have you been?
Yeah.
Well, everybody kind of figures that they're bulletproof, and if they get it, it'll just be a mild case. But
There's some young people,
There have been younger people that have
Oh,
not
the
been
kids that
able
went to
to
spring
tolerate
break
it.
in Florida.
25-year-old cross player, did you see that?
Exactly.
Never had a health issue in his life.
It killed him.
Yeah, it's scary, isn't it?
You know, you had talked one time about having to do the drive-through testing and RIF. At what point would we need to do that? I mean, if we started having quite a few cases, or
I've talked to the ER and over at the hospital, and it would kind of be a thing of if they were getting completely overwhelmed with doing the testing, and as of now, they have not been. So I looked more at doing it that way if they just had a steady stream of people coming in to get tested and they just could not do it because they've got other patients to take care of, and try to move it where it's not primarily on them, where we could help them do it. But as of now, I don't think that that's an issue.
so if somebody just feels bad and decides they want to test, they come in to you, or can you tell people yes or no?
They have to have an order and they have to have symptoms and either have been someplace that makes you think,
Yeah.
but they do still need to have a negative flu swab
Yeah.
to rule that out.
So chances are we're not going to get to the point to where, because if you're in the doctor's office, you can give the order, chances are they'll do the swab there.
That's what's been happening with people going to their primary care in either Pratt or Great Bend or Hutch. I've seen it from all three places now.
Okay.
So those places can do the testing. So if you went to your doctor and they do check you over and think it's something viral and they test you with a flu and a strep and those are both negative, they're probably going to go ahead and just do the COVID test while you're there, because that's what's been happening.
Yep.
And I did reach out to Barton County yesterday because twice now the doctors are not conveying whenever they're testing that those people need to go home and stay home.
Probably.
So I called the health department and they were going to take care of that yesterday. Because that's an issue for them and us, so.
Is she overwhelmed being brand new?
A little bit, but she's doing okay. She's called me a couple of times and she's doing okay.
Who is it?
Karen Winkelman. She had to step in and fill the director's shoes because right before all of this started, she resigned.
You're with the director of Logan County?
She walked right out when it all started, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Like the week that it really started here.
Now, it does say here self-service beverages should no longer be in use.
I mean, I contacted restaurants and I'm going with their word that they are doing the carry out only. I'm hoping that they are.
So we have, what, 3 in the county that has self-service?
Well, does Maxville's
Yeah.
have?
Yeah,
4.
Both of them do.
Fine.
Dab and what's the other?
country store.
Yeah, the country store both have self-serve.
And then
And
White's.
then White's and the Shortstop and Pride. And I don't know if they've got anything else in Stafford that does Paul's or
Paul's,
Paul's.
and Simply Overstock.
Yeah.
7.
I knew they had the ice cream thing, but I didn't know they had self-serve.
No, they don't have
I
self-service.
thought it was behind the counter,
Yes,
right?
yes. We have plenty of masks,
Mhm.
but he had some quotas starting building new masks.
We got a shipment and whenever Phil didn't order, so he dispersed those to the people that needed them. We still have some in the trailer and he did get more isolation gowns because we didn't have very many of those. And he did place an order and got some face shields also. So, and I kind of, after looking at how they're telling you to ration PPE,
What's
if
PPE?
the personal protective equipment, so like the masks and gowns and gloves. Most people are able to just wear the glasses with their mask. The people that like wear prescription glasses can't do that. So I was thinking the people that needed the face shield because of that reason could use those, and we would try and keep some of those back, because we still don't have a ton of N95 masks. And the secondary thing that they're saying that you can do if you don't have an N95 is wear a regular surgical mask and then make sure you have that face shield that goes over the front too. So I wanted to kind of hold those back for that reason if we got to that point. So that we didn't use all of them, because we only got, I think, 5 or 6 boxes of those.
So the N95 mask, are those a cloth mask?
They are,
They're fiber.
yeah, they've got a filter in them.
Because I mean, you hear of all these shirt companies and stuff that are making those are cloth. Those ones like that, can they be washed and cleaned?
You can wash them, but it's nice. People are doing it out of a good place,
Yeah,
but all of the studies on them are not, it's not really helping to wear it.
It's kind of like a security
So,
blanket.
but
Yes.
is it better than nothing?
I mean, yes, that's what they say. It's better than nothing, but it's not filtering anything that's coming through it, so the virus can go through it.
But your N95 mask can't be reused, right?
It's not supposed to be,
Yeah.
but they're telling you that you can.
The N95 is the same thing. You can get those at Napa.
Yeah, it's just a
for
mask that
like
has a
spray
filter.
painting your own vehicles and those masks.
That's why I have one.
Those are
Yeah.
N95s.
Or if you're like cleaning a grain bin out and you've got a mask on that's got a filter in it, that's the same difference.
National Guard delivered the mask to Phil.
Right.
That's kind of impressive.
By helicopter?
After our meeting, he got 3 phone calls in a row. He said they won't quit. And he finally went outside. It was the National Guard wanting him to pick up his mask.
The dogs you got.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could tell Phil was kind of impressed.
So those
Yeah,
N95
it takes a lot
masks,
of footprints, Phil.
if they're
I
like
thought it was
ones,
pretty
the
fun.
plastic ones you get from
Yeah, and he said that was the National Guard.
That's the box out of
You know,
Green
from
Bin,
where
because
they're
they're
transporters.
transporters.
Well,
They
the ones we
covers.
have aren't
For what they
plastic.
are,
Okay.
deliveries.
But
Yeah,
you're
they
saying
wouldn't
the
quit
same-
calling him. You notice that his phone just, it was.
Well, it's built
it just
into it, it's all
kept
one
going on and
piece.
on.
But they're saying if it's not visibly soiled, you can wear it multiple patients, but you're not supposed to touch it in between, or you're contaminating your gloves.
Okay.
When you're wearing a mask in a green bin, are you constantly reaching up there to adjust it?
Not really. Mine's good.
You know, put it on, smash it on, and then I'm done.
Yeah, mine's got double deals, you.
Yeah, it's still never quite in the right place, and you're always adjusting. That's not good.
Where I used to work, I was in the habit of you put it on and you don't touch it again, so.
That's good.
It's got the little port, you know, it's got the check valve, you put your hand on it, blow out, you can tell if it's sealed up.
Yeah. I've got some of those too.
Now, you're talking about the ones that have the dual filters.
Yeah.
Now, these others are just a cup.
Yeah, it's
There's
just
still
a-
an N95.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a aluminum clip for the nose.
Yeah.
And mine's more like a tank mask, it takes out
Yeah.
chemicals and vapors and stuff.
Yeah.
like that, Not just dust.
Thank you. Good job.
Have we exhausted every avenue?
Hopefully it doesn't increase.
Yeah.
So, have they given any kind of timeline, you know, you hear as far as Florida's supposed to hit their peak in 2 weeks?
I haven't heard anything like that, but the secretary, Dr. Norman, hit the nail on the head a week ago whenever he said by the end of March, we're gonna be over 400 cases, and we were.
Yeah.
On the 31st, we were over 400, so.
President said the next 2 weeks would not be good, then they thought that would be about the apex yesterday, or in 2 weeks.
But I mean, that's not good there. I mean, are we a month away from not being good here? You know what I mean?
Not
And
very
I mean,
sure.
if the hot weather comes, is that gonna help some?
I don't know. I'm kind of hoping, but I don't know.
They kind of quit talking about that.
Yeah, they did. So I don't know if they've tested stuff and have found out that they don't think that it's like flu, and when warm weather hits, it'll burn it off.
Well, it's gonna be more like the allergies are gonna kick in too, so a lot of people are gonna have symptoms of both.
Yes, and
The
we've been getting
allergies.
phone calls like that. Somebody called,
The warmer weather.
I have a sinus infection, but my boss won't let me come back to work until I have a coronavirus test. And I was like, sorry, we aren't doing this because people have sinus infections or cold or allergies.
Well, like I said, they think that it'll come back in the fall.
Yeah,
They just need to go to the primary care physician, don't they?
that's what I told them. I'm like, you have to call your primary care if you're concerned. But you have to have an order to get the test. So. And today's our WIC day and we're doing the appointments over the phone instead of having them come in because several of them have babies. So just to prevent them from coming in and having a bunch of traffic. They've changed regulations for right now on that, so we're doing appointments over the phone with the dietitian calling them, so we'll probably continue doing that for a while. Anybody have anything else?
Hang in there.
All right, thanks.
You have an office appointment?
Here's the coronavirus policy I'd like to add temporarily to the personnel policy. I got with our insurance carrier and he helped me write it. It kind of follows the guidelines of the feds that were sent out. Right now in my office, I'm alternating weeks with Lisa so that we're both not in there at the same time. Thinking if one of us gets sick, the other won't. We're disinfecting after we leave. I put Teresa on coming in the afternoons because she has a heart condition. Again, I don't want her to get sick. She's in the evening. She's deep cleaning all the bathrooms and disinfecting, and it's better because she can leave the disinfectant on. Doesn't feel like she has to wipe it back off if we're in the building. Luann's doing the same thing in her office. She's got since it's just her and Beth, she's alternating weeks with just one. And Carl is, he just has one person in his office. They're rotating. Mary's gonna come over and talk to you about her office, but we just felt like, I don't know, is Mandy, what's she doing? She's got kids at home, is she? Oh, she?
She's there by herself.
Yeah.
The courthouse was locked and so.
And she
nobody-
came up and talked to me, and I said, if you need to run home for something with your kids, and, we've just all got to be kind of flexible with this.
Yeah, I told her the same thing.
Are you getting a lot of phone calls in your office?
People, and the doorbell is working great. People are really being respectful, and there's really not a whole lot of business coming through, which is good. I think the treasurer's office has a lot of emails and stuff, but that's great. People aren't being upset. Even the register of deeds office, she said the guys have been calling in. She's been emailing a lot of stuff out, which is easy to do. So far, what we're doing is working as far as still being of service to the people. So, I don't know, we're just trying to keep everybody healthy.
That's all you can do.
Yep,
Well, and God forbid someone at the courthouse tests positive.
exactly, that's why we're,
That will be,
yes. That would probably take us all down. And the people that are staying home, you stay home. You're not on vacation.
Yeah.
And like I've got my friends gonna set my computer up so that I can work from home. And if I need to when I'm at home, and if I have questions, I call Weber, or she'll call me, and we're in communication every day, so.
And Teresa hasn't had any problem getting cleaning supplies, sanitary.
Says she's stocked up, I trust she is, Smells like Clorox when I walk in, so I guess she's doing good.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the keys, though. Her job shouldn't slow down.
No, and she stepped it up. She
But
really
needs
has.
to be there when nobody else is there.
She said it's much easier, because then she can get her stuff out and really go at it, whereas if she's dodging people going in and out of the bathrooms, which obviously that has slowed down a lot, but she thinks she's doing a better job because she can leave the floors wet, she can leave the stuff on the stools, and so.
So like when the doorbell rings and you guys get either mail coming in or paperwork packages, I mean, how are you guys treating those like at the FSA office? If you have papers to drop off, you put it in the box, and they don't touch it till the next day.
Well, I don't answer the door. Usually it's Chrissy or one of the treasurer's office girls, because 99% of it's gonna be for them.
Yeah,
And they spray it
okay.
and then take it upstairs, and like any boxes we get, we spray and let them set. And, I mean, we've got hand sanitizers down there, we've got Clorox wipes. Nobody comes in the building. The customer has to stay outside. We're constantly wiping down the doors. Like I said, we're doing what we can,
Yep.
so.
Yeah, your only point of contact with the public is right at that door, so.
Yes.
Keep the door,
Mm-hmm. And
just
so,
keep the door clean.
yes, that's what we do. Every time anybody answers the door, you hand sanitize before you go back upstairs. You walk in the door, like if I go run over to the bank to, you know, when I come back in, I hand sanitize and just,
If everybody will keep in this habit, I think in the future, we'll cut down on flu.
I think you're right.
You're definitely right.
Well, that's what they said, if it comes back in the fall, we'll be so much better prepared.
Hopefully we'll all
for
still
that.
be in the habit of all this.
And they'll have some kind of vaccine or something that can help out where it should be spread. I've heard them saying that it will come back in the fall, but hopefully we'll be better prepared.
Yeah.
Do we need a motion?
Yeah.
I make a motion that we allow Kurt to sign the Family First Trojan Response Act effective March 19th.
Second?
We have a motion and a second for the Family Response Act, effective March 18th, 2020. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried.
This isn't high on my priority list right now. That's his proposal for sod and hauling the dirt in after Philip gets the bushes pulled out. But obviously that's not gonna happen for a long time because he's not letting more than two work together, Philip. So I don't know what to do about that. If we just let this ride for another
Let the
year,
fall.
or the
maybe
fall, can we do it in the fall? Can we
Yeah.
sod ground in the fall? I
Yeah.
don't
It's
know.
the ideal time.
I don't know. I
This
don't
is
know.
from Brandon.
Yeah, let me find out how long that price is good for if we're gonna wait till the fall. I don't know if the price of sod changes. But like, I know Philip doesn't have time to mess with this, and I really haven't thought about it either.
No, September would be an ideal time to put down sod.
And so basically where the bushes are at, Phil's gonna take them out and they're gonna just haul them some fresh dirt they sod.
Yeah,
Okay.
but as I think about that, let me wait on that,
Just
because
tell
like
them
I
we're on
said,
hold till this.
I don't know
time.
when Philip's gonna get to it, because it's not a huge high priority thing right now.
Well, and he couldn't do it because laying sod isn't it?
No. So, anyway,
We're waiting on there.
yeah, I texted her.
We just want to reset.
We'll recess.
About 5 minutes of the executive session for non-elected personnel.
Okay.
Should be more than 5 minutes.
Are we back on?
Yeah.
I make a motion that we go into executive session for 5 minutes to discuss non-elected personnel.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to go into executive session for non-elected personnel for 5 minutes. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I didn't read about the copies, I'll have to look at the passenger.
These are pay increase for Luana Mercer. That was range 6, step 5 to range 6, step 6. Can I do both at the same one?
Yeah.
And then the salary increase for Greg McAllister from range 8, step 1 to range 8, step 3.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to increase Greg McAllister and Melinda Mercer in the ranges that Todd stated in his motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Okay.
I'll get copies, Steve.
Okay, copies,
Yeah, yeah.
that's fine, I'll just get them from you.
You're up.
You're Did you, did everybody want
Yes.
Unless you want to.
No, it's on.
Okay.
I just kind of wanted to give you guys all a heads up of what we're doing in our office with all the stay-at-home orders. There's a lot of treasurers in the state that they don't necessarily just completely close their office, but there's some that are going in just till like noon and doing the mail and the paperwork and making phone calls, and then they leave. But what I decided is we're doing 3 people in the office at a time. So I kind of made up a schedule, and so we'll have 3 people in our office throughout this period of time. I've done it for 3 weeks, so the girls are all okay with it. So then on another hand note, I would like to ask for a salary increase for Karen Petty from range 4, step 5 to range 4, step 6. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm reading this wrong. To be effective hopefully today. Karen's really a good team worker, and she's very dependable, and she's here every day on time. She's willing to help out whenever we need her in the office, and she knows that in the procedures that she does know, like in the back, what things that Millie and I do, she does. She's willing to help, but if she knows what to do. But if she doesn't, I mean, at least she offers. So she pays close attention to the details. She's very friendly to the customers. She's very knowledgeable in the commercial area and the motor vehicle area. So I just ask that you give her this step increase.
I make a motion that we give Karen Petty a salary increase from step 4, range 4, step 5 to range 4, step 6.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to increase Karen Petty's salary from range 4, step 5 to range 4, step 6. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried.
When is your big DOT push for this stuff? The licensing and tagging on the DOTs and things that you guys do?
For commercial,
Yeah.
we just finished it right when this started.
I was gonna say,
Thank
man.
goodness, no, thank goodness, we had just gotten over it, we were at the right of it. It ended March 1st, but we still have a couple stragglers, and we've still got a couple stragglers that are calling on the phone. And, you know, the girls have been really very diligent to help them over the phone, and then they just either email us what we need and then mail us. If it's something we have to have their original signatures, they'll mail it to us, but at least, you know, we're able to help them out over the phone. And there's quite a bit they can do online. So, but then there's things that we just need the original signatures for. So.
Don't you think the doorbell thing's working good for your office
Oh,
too?
yeah, it's
Okay.
wonderful. Only thing I wish there was the camera on it so we
I
could
do
see
too.
them.
Well, we've got cameras out
You
there,
know, we would
We could put a
scan
security
our,
camera.
but they're not right at the door.
right,
Right.
true.
Should have had Ray
Do
put
we
in
have
one of those
one?
rain doorbells.
I know.
There's the one inside that looks towards the door, but usually it's so
But
blurry
there's so
you
many
can't
papers, right, you
see.
can't see.
Yeah, and we've got papers plastered all over the thing
Right.
saying.
And when I opened it up for someone yesterday, and when I walked up there, you can't really see the meat, you have to kind of look underneath
So,
it over
but,
before
yeah,
you really
no,
ever want to
it's
open it
been,
up and see what it is.
And Mandy sent out the letters regarding the tax sale. I've had a few people call wanting to know if they could make payments if that would get them out of the tax sale if they paid like 16 year. And I said, no, you have to pay it all. Well, I can't pay it all. I said, well, I can pay it all, or I can pay this year by tomorrow, but I'll have the rest later. I said, well, how about let's do this. You save this money that you're gonna bring me tomorrow and put it with the money you're gonna bring me on Friday, and then you'll have it all. So far we've been doing pretty good with that, but we'll see how many we can do by Friday.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, I know.
I paid for a hamburger on Tuesday.
Exactly, right.
Oh, my.
So, but yeah, no, it's, I had one call yesterday, he owes quite a bit, and he's waiting for harvest, and I'm like, look, we have a harvest.
Exactly.
You know, we're selling his cattle, and I'm like, no, we sold our cattle a month and a half ago, and it's not pretty.
Well, at least they're talking to you, though.
Yeah, true. Exactly,
Better than when you can't communicate with them at all.
right.
Well, and
There
it
has-
is my understanding we can't do like foreclosures, you know, on your mortgage and liens and stuff, but
Right.
we can proceed with the tax.
But the problem with that is the register of deeds office. They can't be there to do the title work.
Right.
so- Or district court, for that matter, so.
I think basically everything's been on hold for about much.
Well,
Yeah.
except the basics.
Certain things, yeah. Yeah. And I just hope a lot of people, since the taxes are due, like May 11th, I hope they don't think that they're getting that, you know, until, what, July 1st? Because that doesn't work.
It's not.
So
It's
you're
not
s-
for a
well,
property
Instead of being able to
tax.
come in, everybody else has to mail it.
Yeah. and
Or they can pay online.
Yeah, they can pay on, well, yeah, unless if they're up to date.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
If they're up to date, they can pay
Yeah,
their
they can
second
pay
half
online.
online.
But I'll still be able to call and say, what do
They
I
can
owe
call
you
in
guys?
anytime, yeah. They can call in, anybody can call in anytime, and we can tell them how much they owe, and,
Kevin, as far as the register of deeds though, we've got 40 properties right now.
yeah, I forgot, I was gonna run over this
And-
morning, but I'm sure we're down to like 32 now.
Okay. And probably get down to closer to more like 20 when we
Yeah.
need the title work. So really, I don't remember how many we had last year.
70? Yeah,
So, I mean, it ought to be a smaller, more manageable
Right.
number this go around as opposed to what we did last time, so.
So when do you think you'll be sending them off for title work?
How long do we give them in the letter, Mary? I don't even remember,
Till yesterday,
till yesterday, so
so
I'll probably wait a couple of weeks.
I'll get
But
the-
then, once it goes off to title work and gets to $250, then that gets tacked onto what they owe.
That's
Yep.
correct.
Yep.
I suppose if we got close to May payment time, we probably ought to put a note on the website.
And we sent out postcards yesterday.
Yeah,
Oh.
they sent
Reminding
postcards.
people that say
All right.
that.
Well, that's better.
Yeah,
Not on
we
the
did send
website.
those out, a lot of counties don't even do that, so.
That's good.
That's good.
I did do that, so.
Because I'm sure there will be a lot of people that go, well, I didn't think we had to pay them like that."
Okay.
I know,
We get
and
that
I'm
anyway.
sure, that's exactly right.
That's
Tom.
your income
I thought it was a
Yeah.
stay-at-home order.
I didn't,
Yeah.
I didn't get my tax statement.
We got a lot of jokes about that anyway.
Well, I mean, and I kind of get people's feelings, you know, their complaints, because, you know, there's a lot of them that lost their jobs, they're not working. Hopefully they're getting unemployment somehow, so there's got to be some way they're getting some kind of,
It's not gonna end when the coronavirus ends. The next year is gonna be a pain in the rear.
It's gonna take a long time to recover.
it is, I agree.
I don't think, like, kind of like pre-9/11, we never went back to what it was before 9/11, and I don't think we'll ever go back to what it was before this. Our world has changed drastically.
Okay.
I would like to have 5 minutes executive session with Mary to discuss that about personnel.
Is that a motion?
Yes.
Second? We have a motion and a second to have executive session, including Mary, Mike, for non-elected personnel for 5 minutes. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Will we probably adjourn after that?